In sports, loyalty is often just a slogan. Behind the cheers and trophies, betrayal can strike where it hurts most, inside the locker room. This is the story of a rising team torn apart by ego, ambition, and a silent backstab that changed everything. When teammates turn on each other, the game is never just about the score. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. The season had begun with promise. The Blackridge Wolves were riding high, with a stacked roster, a new head coach, and the confidence of a team built for the championship. On the surface, the locker room buzzed with laughter, music, and brotherhood. But underneath the smiles and celebratory fist bumps, something darker festered, an unease that couldn't be explained by stats or standings. At the heart of the Wolves' chemistry were two stars, Marcus "Blaze" Benton, a powerhouse point guard with lightning speed, and Tyrell Knox, a versatile shooting guard with a sharp eye and an even sharper tongue. Their partnership had lit up the court for 2 seasons, earning them fame, fortune, and fans who worship their synchronized dominance. But fame is fragile, and friendship even more so when success becomes a currency that not everyone earns equally. Rumors began with whispers, missed passes, cold glances during timeouts, a poorly veiled tweet. Then came the post-game interview where Tyrell subtly hinted that some teammates weren't pulling their weight. Marcus knew who that was meant for, and so did everyone else. As tensions built, the media swarmed like sharks, drawn to the scent of ego and conflict. The coach, once praised as a unifier, struggled to keep the lid on a boiling pot. Marcus, always the workhorse, noticed plays shifting, shots that should have been his redirected to Tyrell, backdoor screens set a second too late. Something was off, and worse, it was coordinated. Then came the leak. An anonymous source, quoted in a major sports outlet, revealed that Marcus had been skipping extra workouts and clashing with staff. Claims Marcus knew were false but devastating. His endorsement deals froze. His relationship with the team soured overnight. The trust that held them together snapped like a torn ligament. Inside the locker room, silence became a weapon. Players who once looked up to Marcus now eyed him with suspicion. The warmth was gone, replaced by a chill that not even victory could thaw. He knew someone close had turned on him. The betrayal wasn't just professional, it was personal, and all signs pointed to the one man who had everything to gain from his fall, Tyrell Knox. The locker room was no longer a sanctuary. It had become a battlefield. With every passing game, Marcus felt the noose tightening. The court, once his stage, now felt like a trap. Eyes followed his every move, not with admiration, but calculation. Teammates hesitated to pass him the ball, and coaches avoided eye contact during meetings. The subtle shifts in behavior told a story no one dared to say out loud. He studied every play, every interaction, searching for signs. Tyrell, meanwhile, thrived. His stats climbed, his interviews grew bolder, and his presence on social media exploded. He posted cryptic captions about grinding alone and cutting the dead weight. Fans speculated, reporters stirred the pot, but inside the Wolves organization, silence prevailed. Then, the assistant trainer, quiet, observant, and often overlooked, slipped Marcus a wordless warning. Watch your back. It confirmed what Marcus feared. The betrayal hadn't just come from a teammate. It had been enabled, maybe even encouraged, by others around him. Politics ran deeper than talent. The organization saw Marcus as expendable, and Tyrell had positioned himself as the franchise's new face. Tensions erupted during a mid-season film session. Clips were paused, mistakes were spotlighted, and Marcus was repeatedly singled out. When he tried to speak up, the coach dismissed him. Tyrell smirked in the corner. That smirk told Marcus everything he needed to know. This wasn't about basketball anymore. This was a coup. Days later, another leak. This time, about a supposed altercation between Marcus and the staff member. No footage, no witnesses, just a headline. His agent called, shaken. His image was unraveling faster than any PR team could patch. Trade rumors swirled. Commentators debated whether he was the real problem all along. Then came the final blow. A private team group chat message, meant for one person but accidentally sent to all, exposed Tyrell's scheme. It detailed how Marcus had outlived his shine, and how making him look bad would speed things up. The locker room turned into a powder keg. Shock rippled through the team. Some players denied knowing anything. Others looked away in shame. The silence that followed was deafening. But damage like that doesn't undo itself. Marcus's name was already stained. The front office did what they always do. They issued a vague statement and stayed neutral. A trade was inevitable. The betrayal was complete. Marcus had been sold out by his own teammate, his own organization, and the very brotherhood that had once sworn loyalty. The trade happened swiftly, with no ceremony and no explanation. One moment Marcus was the heart of the Blackridge Wolves. The next he was packing his locker under the hollow gaze of teammates who once called him family. No press conference, no farewell from the front office. Just a one-line memo and an Uber to the airport. He landed in a smaller market, on a rebuilding team with no championship hopes and no media frenzy. To the public, it looked like a necessary roster move. To those behind the scenes, it was a clean execution of a silent coup. The Wolves moved on with Tyrell as the face of their franchise, grinning in highlight reels and front row interviews. The betrayal wasn't punished. It was rewarded. But cracks eventually show, even in a polished lie. Without Marcus, the chemistry faltered. Tyrell's swagger turned into arrogance, and his hunger for the spotlight alienated the team. Games slipped. Tempers flared. A rookie called him out during practice. Then came a viral video of Tyrell berating a bench player. The locker room that once worshipped him began to turn cold. The media that once propped him up now began asking tougher questions. Meanwhile, Marcus kept his head down. He didn't clap back. He didn't give interviews. He let time speak for him. On his new team, he led by example, focused, efficient, and quiet. What he lost in status, he gained in clarity. The betrayal still burned, but the lesson was sharp. Loyalty in sports is a performance, not a promise. Months later, during a late-season matchup, the Wolves faced Marcus's new team. The crowd expected fireworks. Marcus gave them silence and a flawless game. 28 points, 9 assists, 3 steals. He never looked at Tyrell, not even once. The scoreboard did the talking. Back in the Wolves' locker room, rumors whispered again, but this time about division, ego, and regret. Tyro, once the rising star, found himself benched in crucial moments. Sponsors pulled away. His own words came back to haunt him. Marcus didn't celebrate. He didn't need to. The sting of betrayal never truly faded, but revenge wasn't the goal. Survival was. And in a league that devours its own, surviving with dignity was the quietest, most devastating answer of all. In the end, the snake had shed its skin, but lost the locker room it tried to own. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.